I broke a course record and paid for it with an engine. Then, 1 week later in California, I went from fighting for the win to fighting for my life, with the same rival that's been haunting me for the past 2 seasons. And the finale brings absolute chaos. Hey everyone, Judah Dubois here, and yeah, we made it. We made it to the season finale. It's been an incredible journey so far. Congrats to McLaren to winning the F1 Drivers and Constructors Championship. And yeah, it's been an incredible 2025 season with lots of ups and downs. There was my first ever race back in July. I went to K1 and got pushed off track several times, but finished in the top 5. And in my second ever race at Formula KFX Sonoma, I got my maiden pole position and almost got my maiden podium until I overheated my tires in the last stint, and that was that. And yeah, and that brings us to now. Yeah, so the last 2 events of the season are gonna be the MGKA time attack. Yeah, racing is returning back on Maui for the first time in over a decade, I think. First time since 2015, and yeah, since the Hawaii State Kart Championship finale in 2015, that was the last race that was held, the last event that was held at the Maui karting circuit. And yeah, that was the last karting event in Hawaii until now. And the season finale is my season finale is gonna be the Formula KFX race at Sonoma, where both the senior and junior championships are gonna be decided. And yeah. All right, I guess I should explain the time attack. So it would be held at Maui karting circuit, obviously, and it would be run. The event will be run under SCUSA regulations, since it is a SCUSA sanctioned track, meaning it would be run to the same rules as like the Supernats, for example. Or there would be around like 3 heats. Well, I'm recording this after the race. There would be a practice session, 3 heats, and whoever got the best time out of all of the 3 heats would be crowned the race winner. And yeah, the overall standings would go on from there. Oh yeah, so I should mention this event was not broadcast, unfortunately. We don't have the budget for that. So you're gonna have to stick with however, there were a lot of photos taken, so I'll just put the photos on screen. And oh yeah, one more thing, you know how I run Rotax Senior and had to get an exemption from the club to run that? Well, that was only for non-competition, meaning I had to switch back to Rotax Junior for this weekend. I had to put a restrictor on, which, to be frank, I think it's bullshit. But it is what it is. It is what it is, unfortunately. I should probably introduce some of the notable drivers. There's Adam Auerbach, both junior and senior. Yes, there's 2. And there's also Juan Fronte, a Argentinian racing driver who moved to Hawaii at 15 in 2003 and has been racing ever since. Then there's Anthony, I forget his surname or whatever, who started racing here in Maui, and then went on to compete in the Supernats. I can't remember where he placed, but the point is he came from Maui and went on to race in the Supernats, and 20 drivers would be competing, most of them being international coming from Argentina. Then there's Alex Eckert, son of American racing driver Gary Eckert. He has been my rival since he joined back in, I think 2023, was it? For the past 3 seasons, we both drive rotax, and he's only like slightly older than me. Well, we're the same age, but he's like slightly older than me. And there was also the incident back in episode 10, like I think I was following him, I was racing him, and a couple pieces of debris fell off his cart and made me spin out. And I had to spin out to avoid it, so yeah, there's a bit of a history between us, you could say. And that all leads us to now, the time attack. And I've already explained everything, so yeah. Can't imagine it'd be more. I can't imagine it'd be less than a decade.
In a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're getting cameo.
What's up? Good to see you.
Recording media for the.
All right. Great.
Recording media for the track day. Bisson for mayor. Who's he?
Mayor.
Who's driving that car?
Not the mayor.
Yeah.
You guys putting the car out today?
Hi.
Right. I know, because you know where everything is when you're going. That's the autonomous car, so it drives itself.
Yeah. They have a whole team.
Yeah, they have a little team around it, and these guys help us out a lot, so we try to make sure we use beneficial.
They're sponsors.
So technically on the highest level, they race the cars.
Nice to see her. Oh.
Yeah, I think you need this all.
Oh, is that is that the AI card I've been hearing about?
Yeah, it is, as long as a all-electric human-driven cart in the front.
Oh, yeah. So you guys running your own team like this, or?
Well, actually, Adam, the president of the club, is going to drive the all-electric cart today. And then if we get a chance, we're going to run a demonstration of the all-autonomous cart.
Oh, okay.
So we can kind of see how it's going as we begin to
Yeah. Cool, very cool.
Are you driving today?
Oh yeah, I am driving. Which class I don't know. I might be I'm almost most certainly doing tag senior or junior. Yeah. Oh, they got a whole team. Press is here. Those are the.
Give me one shot.
Mission control, huh? Guys, back at the factory. Oh, look at this. Jesus Christ. How much wiring do you need on this thing? Miles?
Yeah.
And that's a motherboard over there?
Let's see. We got a computer back here. This is this box over here. We have 3 antennas or GPS systems right now: Xsense, Novatel, and Atlas. Those connect to these 4 antennas.
Yeah.
Cameras on the front, we get 2 of them, so we get depth perception.
Yeah.
Whole thing's drive-by-wire, so...
Yeah. I'm assuming this is the CPU?
No, that's... This little board is another GPS.
Oh,
It's meant for a smaller one that we have, but for today, extra data collection.
yeah. Let's cut to practice 1. When we arrived at the track, practice 1 didn't get off to the greatest of starts. During my first lap in practice 1, I had a brake failure, like on my out lap, so I had to pit immediately. There's a photo of me going off into the... There's a photo of me cutting the chicane and going into the runoff with my hand up, signaling I need to pit. So I had to retire from the practice session, unfortunately. I mean, my father did try to send me back out again, but the problem wasn't fixed. So, yeah. Now FP2 rolls around. Yeah. And, shockingly enough, I went P1. I went P1 with a new course record, in practice, mind you. So, that got turned around pretty quickly, yeah. And, now let's cut to Heat 1. Me and Alex were trading the top spots, actually. We were fighting for the win. We were trading lap records. That's not something that normally happens. In the first heat, I finished only a couple hundredths behind him, so it was pretty close. It was pretty damn close. Then, Heat 2 rolls around. And late on in the run, my engine blew. Yeah, my engine seized. At the worst possible time. My engine blew at the worst possible time. Considering that this was my second engine that blown in less than a couple months. So, bad news, the engine has gone kaput. Good news, however, I am still getting a podium, so... Not exactly how I wanted to achieve my maiden podium, but, yeah.
For him doing what he's doing now.
So, yeah, that was pretty unfortunate. However, no one behind me improved, so I actually stayed P2. The lap time I set the lap time I set the lap before was good enough, apparently. And for the final heat, no one improved again. So I, by a miracle, an absolute miracle, I got my maiden podium after my engine blew. So, yeah, yeah, that's, to be frank, I did not expect it. However, I was gutted. I was absolutely gutted that I missed out on the race. I missed out on the win. I missed out. Had my engine not blown, I would have... Had my engine not blown, I would have won. Like, I was so close. I was only like a couple hundredths off. So, yeah, in the end, Alex won by... like an absolutely monstrous margin of like 2 seconds or something. Had my engine not blown, I would have won, or at least given him a run for his money, I guarantee that. To get my maiden podium and miss out on the win via mechanical failure was bittersweet, to say the least. Quick shout out to a couple of my school teachers who came to cheer me on at the event. Wish they got to see me win, but yeah, wish they got to see me take home the win, my maiden victory, but it happens. Oh yeah, since the engine was blown, I couldn't even get a I couldn't even start repairing it until just before this recording. I'm recording this on like the 16th of January 2026. So, yeah. This effectively meant that I was out of karting for over a month. Which not only did it hurt me, but it put me at a massive disadvantage for the Formula KFX for the next race, which was the season finale at Formula KFX in Sonoma. Quick intermission. I'm proud to announce that I now have merch. I have 2 shirts and a sweater. That's all I really have. It's with the Hawaiian flag and the number 34 on it, plus my name. So if you want to support me and fund engine number 3, you can go check that out. The link is in the description and pinned comment. And yeah. So yeah, if you want to fund engine number 3, you can go do that. And as an alternative, you can actually visit my website. It's judubois.com, where I link my GoFundMe and Open Fender to where you can support me alternatively. So yeah, back to the show. Alright, we're ready for it's currently Friday morning, and we're about to head to the airport for the Sonoma race. We're gonna be taking off pretty shortly. We're at the gate here in Kahului. There's nobody here. At all. We're the first ones here. And there's my flight. We're on the plane. We're taking off. Just like that, our trip to Sonoma begins. Of December 2025, Sonoma Raceway, the final race, Formula KFX. To those who don't know, and to those who haven't watched And to those who don't know, and to those who have not watched my previous episode, Formula KFX is a British-American racing series based in California, where drivers from all over the Americas, and some from Europe, go to compete in one of the highest arrive and drives karting series in the world, only second to like the FIA Karting World Arrive and Drive World Cup, and some other RRC events. Oh yeah. Remember Colin Mullen from last episode where I kinda vaguely mentioned him that he was racing but didn't actually show him on track? Yeah. Well, turns out he's not racing this time. He's not racing this time, unfortunately. However, he was nice enough to give me a bit of advice. Am I gonna show it to you? No, I'm gonna gatekeep it, obviously. Duh. So, I realized that I forgot to tell you guys about the rules of Formula KFX last episode. So basically, it's the standard stuff you see in motor racing: formation lap, yellow flags, red flags, blue flags, etc., etc. The only real important rule that would be needed this episode is that if you overtake someone and gain an advantage through contact, you have to give the position. You have to give the position back. That's really the only rule you need to know.
Remember, getting in and out from the left side, the American left, which is the same as the English one. Now outside the timing room where the podium is. If you need to be weighed, come now outside the timing room. Thank you.
Oh yeah, so practice 1, I ended up like V12 or something. No, I didn't catch it. I didn't catch this session on camera, unfortunately. So yeah, you're gonna have to deal with the whatever B-roll footage I'm putting up on screen right now. So after that, it was second practice and qualifying. To recap, the first 10 minutes of the session would be free FP2, and the final 5 minutes would be a qualifying. So yeah, it would be merged into practice and qualifying would be merged into one for this. Is if just to recap last episode, and yeah. Oh yeah.
I need the seat. I need the pedals.
You like yours all the way back?
Yeah.
Yeah. You like it in the middle?
All the way back is fine.
All the way, yeah.
Oh my god, bro. Time for practice and qualifying.
Well, it is time to get underway here with karting action. Practice first of all coming up. We'll have 10 minutes of practice and then qualifying for the final 5. 15 minutes in total coming your way. Let's see how this session is going to play out. Very, very important before we get to the races, of course. Very handy to get a feel for the circuit when it comes to practice, and then of course in qualifying you've got to deliver the goods out there around the circuit in order to be able to get yourself a good grid spot. There can be quite a bit of chaos when it comes to karting, especially in the middle of the pack, so that is something that you want to avoid.
It's cold. I can see my breath, bro.
As we now prepare to get released from our standing position here.
Warm up the tires.
All the parents watching onto the side as their sons are about to get going. It is right now 8 Celsius up there, so it is quite cold, but this is something that the drivers need to get used to at this phase of their career, because they will have plenty of it, I can guarantee you, across their professional racing career, hopefully transitioning into single seaters and then moving on and up to possibly all the way to the top of Formula 1. Who knows? That is the way the motorsport ladder works. If you perform and get it right, the chance is there for any of these drivers to reach the pinnacle of our sport. And of course they set off with a dream very early on. And these racing careers, even before we get to the karting phase, they begin very early on with when the passion comes for these drivers. And that is what we are going to be hopefully seeing across the entirety of their career, and they can take it on to some great racing, no matter what series it is. Even if it doesn't work out in Formula 1, you've got some other stuff like IndyCar, Formula E, WEC. There's so many different possibilities, and of course GT racing as well. The point is, if you are able to get together a great racing CV when it comes to karting, especially at this level, then the chance is absolutely there of progressing on to bigger and better things. Okay, you are watching the Formula KFX Championship at the moment, and we have got several championships that are about to be decided, so it is all on the line. It is all to be fought for, and this is the 10th moment. Karting titles are special, and you don't know how long it's going to last as well, so you've got to enjoy the moments while they last. So it's very, very important for these drivers to put together a good campaign and to try and be in the fight for the championship. But especially at this level, you're going to see the teams and the higher-ups in motorsport look up to the drivers who are constantly topping the low levels of karting, and not necessarily always the ones who are finding themselves in the mid-pack, to say, or the lower ends of the field. So this isn't ideal now for the drivers. Being stationary at this moment, what it means is that you have lots of fog that begins to get around the helmet, and it's not ideal. It really isn't ideal for the drivers, because they're kind of just sitting here. They're not really feeling heated, because when they get going, of course, there's a bit of, well, there is wind, but they aren't running quite yet. So they're kind of stationary. So they're basically as cold as, you know, the people, the families standing right next to the car. So you're now all
I'm probably
seeing the advice, the final bits of advice being given.
To prevent it from falling. I've seen F1 drivers do this.
We have a great bunch of drivers about to take to this circuit.
Yeah.
Right now, at the moment, we have Alex Eckert, who is right alongside and is about to go battling with Judith Dubois, the two rivals. And their rivalry formed when it came to the time attack that they had.
Alright.
And it's definitely ones that build up. Rivalries like this can build up, and they definitely can continue and go on race after race, possibly even category after category. That's literally the way it always works out here in karting. Sometimes you just get these develop over a long period of time, and who knows, this could possibly be one. Some of the other drivers who Judith Dubois is going to be fighting away with when it comes to this round is Rajov and also Fischer at the same time. So he's got plenty of contenders who are trying to achieve the same goal, who are all ready to put it all on the line to try be the fastest karter out there today.
You want me to do it for you? Hey, don't talk to me like that. They don't even check it.
Don't talk to me like that. That is... oh, that's wild, bro.
So it's always a situation where the final bits of the thought process of the drivers thinking of how their families have helped them get there, and the need to go out there and perform to make sure it doesn't go to waste. So they are about to get going then. We've had a bit of waiting, but now it's finally time for them to head out onto the circuit and to be able to give it their all. So as I mentioned, be the fastest karter out there. It's all about how many events, how many competitions can you go out there and just constantly be at the top. If there's a reoccurring name, that is what the teams will be looking for.
Yeah.
That is what that is what all the F1 teams and all of the higher ups, as I mentioned in motorsport, are trying to assess and trying to see. But Judah, who has had permission and exception to race here in this series, looking to try and now impress and take most of this opportunity. So a huge challenge incoming here for Judah Dubois, because he finds himself, well, as the only driver, he finds himself as the only driver who is actually not 16 plus. He's the youngest driver in this category, and he was able to take pole position in it 2 rounds ago. It was a big surprise that came. It was a big shock, I'm sure, to everyone there. A new kid on the block, absolutely taking over and delivering the goods. The race also showed quite a bit of promise, I have to say, by Judah Dubois. It didn't, unfortunately, of course, end with the victory, but he showed so much. He showed so much promise in that, and definitely showed the ingredients to be one of the top races at karting level for now, but also the signs of being a great driver when it comes to single-seaters. For example, Formula 4 series, like Italian F4, and then of course you get the step up as well to Formula Regional, whether that's through the GBT Championship or whichever way that goes. And then of course you head over to F3, F2, and you hopefully want to end up in Formula 1. Well, we make our way out onto the circuit, and we are go for the practice session. 10 minutes of practice coming your way.
We're going.
The 5 minutes of qualifying. So the drivers have started their engines, and we are underway.
FP2, I did. What the
out
fuck?
onto the circuit, and a spin for Judith Dubois, and a few other contenders as well.
That was some bullshit.
No grip
That's
as
some
they went
bullshit,
out onto
man.
the circuit.
That's
And if
some
you ask
bullshit, man.
why
That's all
we
you.
have this 10 minutes of practice connected with a 5-minute qualifying, there it is. The drivers heading out there, no feel for how the
No, I'm
grip
at the
is.
back of the pack.
They all
Great.
went round.
Great,
We went onto the
great.
racetrack. Drama strikes at turn number 1. goodness me. Now they're going to be cautious.
Just
Now they're going to be
drifting here.
careful because they will see
Absolutely
what's happening.
drifting.
And they're going to be like, well, that was a surprise, and now they're going to have to be careful across the rest of the lap. But this is when
I'm
the
wearing my
drivers will start
sweater
building
under this, and it's
themselves
still cold
into
under
the
the
circuit. They'll
spacesuit.
see what grip they have
Damn.
available, and they will now utilize that across this session.
I'm gonna weave to get some time for tires. I can weave as long as it's not erratic, so...
My word, that turn 1 was quite chaotic. Definitely wasn't what a lot of people were expecting, but it is one that the drivers got that surprise, and now they know how this circuit is. And now they build themselves into the circuit before that qualifying session. Even in practice, the natural driving spirit says to try and make some overtakes, to try and get some track position on your competitors. And
I'm gonna try not to risk a crash here.
Is trying his
Since it's
absolute
still
best to get
practice.
close, to get in behind, and to try and go for some form of an overtake at this moment in time. And hopefully he'll be
got my
able
tires
to,
on.
for his sake, be able to get this track position, because it's not always ideal being stuck behind some other drivers. Of course, you can see their line.
There's
You can
someone on my
already,
outside, I
kind of
think.
assess their driving style and see all of that early on in the weekend. But you only need to do that for a bit, and then you're like,
There's
well,
no
okay,
one
I'm
in my-
past it. I want to get through. I want to push on and go on the attack.
There's no one
And if you can't, then it's
behind me, I
frustrating.
don't think.
It's annoying as a racing driver.
Yeah, I'm hearing
Let's see
things,
whether he
bro.
will be able to make a move. So, push on.
I'm gonna need to overtake this guy.
Circuit, and there we go. Attempt number 1 from Judith Savoy.
That'll work, man.
Getting to the racing option.
Damn.
It might just be practice. We're here in karting.
Make a
You can
mistake.
expect,
Yes!
and
That
he's
was the
seen the
door!
mistake from his rival. He's got to the
I'm
apex first.
full!
And
I
Judith
can finally
Savoy
push
does take the
properly now.
position, on track position. It's only practice, but that's important for his running in practice to have some clean air. And now he will push on and continue on with clean air.
My hands are so cold, man. It is 7 degrees Celsius here. So I'm freezing. I almost swallowed that guy into the spin.
The drivers up ahead go spinning off into the grass.
These guys are woke.
And that's what a lot of the drivers are risking out there on the circuit. It's risk versus reward stuff. How much are you prepared to push it? How much are you prepared to go on the attack? If you take it cautious, well, you're leaving something definitely that is available, leaving some time. But for practice, it's fine. For qualifying, in the 5 minutes, you've got to be able to turn it up. And you've got to be able to risk it that little bit more. But also make sure you can secure yourself a good banker and a good bit of running.
Let's get to the outside.
So, different lines are now being
Oh, I think I
tried.
nailed that.
Of course, there is one set line, but sometimes when the conditions aren't always ideal, you have to.
These guys are
assess to
battling
see
up
whether
the
there's
head,
something
but they
else
don't
that's
realize
working.
that this is
And of course, in karting, when it comes to races anyway, you are already finding yourself having to go onto alternative racing lines. But even in a session like this,
Hopefully we'll all need to get
even in a
pulled.
session like this, you're
That's
kind of in a
but at
scenario.
least-
You're kind of in a situation where we find ourselves. We're just looking for where the grip is, where the drivers can push on.
I haven't driven go-karts in a month because my engine blew. So-
Back at it after a month then here in karting. So you're always a bit rusty after not driving for a little while. It's always a little bit.
Oh,
of,
Jesus
as we
Christ!
see 2 cars going off the road. Two
What
cars.
the hell is that all about?
Directly in front of Judah, and he
It's
is
quality.
well going
It's
to be
practice. You're
not
not
the
supposed to
most.
be battling
He's
each
not
other,
going to be
guys.
happy with
That's
what he's
totally
just
gonna be
seen in terms of
penalty.
driving standards, but in terms of two more cars out of the way, I think he'll be absolutely fine with that. There is a big bump also heading into the tic-tac-toe section and the complex that we have over there, and it can definitely cause quite a few issues. It can cause you to spin if the timing always isn't right and if it's not done to perfection as well.
Guys, what the hell are you doing? Mamma mia, what the...
Right now, oh, that's very
Mamma
close.
mia,
Very close to
mamma
dropping
mia,
it into the
what
grass
the
for
hell?
Judith Dubois.
Get up! Bro, I'm being cheated horribly. I need to wait for these two guys to crash or something.
But Judah at this moment is going to be hoping that the road ahead clears for him. He's not that interested in racing. He might just need to make an overtake in order to do what he needs to in this practice, but it's not ideal. It's not ideal, and he will be
Oh, yeah,
hoping that
tic-tac-toe.
he somehow get out of the way, whether that's through fighting and going off the road slightly
best
or
chance.
a mistake like we've
Oh,
just seen
I've gone
happen,
through.
and that's
Well,
very
maybe
close
not.
to contact. There is a bit of contact between the two carts, and that's two different lines meeting
contact
in
there.
the middle, and a bit of a mistake ahead, and it means that Judah tried to take avoiding action but couldn't do it. Judah looking for the move once again. That'll be a door that is
Not
going to
doing that.
shut. And he won't be too happy about that one. But now you have these three drivers following each other very, very closely. And if you are the third one in the trend, I guess it does mean you have two drivers ahead, and you have plenty of options with your cars right now, with different lines and trying to get better traction. If the driver in the middle kind of gets boxed in a bit, it could open the opportunity.
I really need to get back to
so
this
hard
soon.
to make an overtake.
If I can't, I'll just jump back.
As a driver, you will be assessing right now that if you possibly don't make an overtake, it might just be a good idea to back off, because you don't want to interrupt your running and you don't want to interrupt your momentum in this practice session, which of course leads into qualifying. And then of course you want clean air, you need clean air in
Oh,
qualifying.
this is some great battling, but unfortunately, it's practice, not the race. So we're going free wide, really?
And you can see there's a big struggle right now. You've got another driver now that is further up the road, and Judith Dubois has been able to
Oh,
clear
this is
one. So Dubois gets
great
past
battling,
one,
but I think
he
it's
gets
gonna
past
end in a
two,
crash if
and
we
now
don't
he's going to
get
try
out
and use the
soon.
slingshot to possibly take him past another. But that is some of the traffic clear, but still, we have one more cart ahead. Qualifying will be coming away in a few minutes, but track position, as we mentioned, is so vital.
My hands are freezing. I can barely move them. They're so numb. Is this guy intentionally holding you up? Like, what is he doing? I'm pushing him through. finally! Jesus Christ, dude! Oh, you know, you just got...
We've got about 30 seconds to go of practice and then we transition into qualifying.
I'm gonna drop back. I'm gonna drop
And
back,
I think
dude.
Jude is going to have to drop back at this point because there's not a lot you can do. He's checking it behind to see if there's any other carts there. But this is a disaster. He thought he had the position. And yes, welcome to karting, everybody. You can find yourself in practice actually having it like a race because it's just so close, and you can see he's backing off now.
Gonna drop into the side of clear air.
He's gonna wait for a bit of a gap.
Yeah.
Bit of a space to
Perfect
open.
gap.
I think he seems happy with that.
I should still get the slipstream down the
Seems
straight.
happy with the gap that he has been able to find. And now we are into qualifying. This is the 5 minutes that we have ticked into. It will end by the time the 15 minutes hit. But for now, practice is over. This is qualifying. This is important. This is where the drivers now need to give it their all. They've had 10 minutes to try and embed their way into this venue, but now it's about delivering. It's them, their carts, left on their own for 5 minutes to see what they can produce. That's 1 minute of your qualifying session gone. That is 1 minute all gone. And now it is about getting the running in
That went wide.
and produce a lap time. It's always handy to have in a bit of a good banker lap. It's always handy to have a good banker lap in. And the reason for the good banker lap is, if you then find yourself in a scenario having to push on really hard in the final lap, and you make a mistake, then it's good that you have a good benchmark already set, so you can afford to risk it a little bit more. The risk versus reward thing we were talking about, then you can actually do it. And the risk is definitely there, but the reward always leave it off just because you've got a good benchmark, a good lap time in.
Alright, perfect. Go on ahead. Oh, yes. Am I pedal skill? Or am I pedal sticking? Oh, come on, don't battle now! Right when I need the gap! Oh, great! Great! Check capsified! Mamma mia, mamma mia! I'm gonna drop back right here.
And you can see Judah now having to back off because he caught the traffic and he caught the
Good
drivers
gap.
battling, and this is
Let's
a
get started.
complete hindrance. This is a complete disaster for Judah who are trying to push on, trying to find a good lap time, and unfortunately he meets traffic, has to back off and reset and go again now as we hit 13 minutes, 2 minutes to go of this qualifying session.
I turned in too early there.
There is laps.
Oh,
There is a laps that people talk about. We've got a spinner. We've got a spinner in that gets in the way of Judith
That was
Moore,
shit.
and he will be absolutely fuming. This qualifying session is not going the way at all for him.
Alright.
1 minute of qualifying to go. A challenge now for Judah Dubois to give it his all, to do his best. The traffic has been against him. But now can he go out there and deliver a good lap and deliver on the promise that he showed? Remember, up against him, up against all the cards in practice, he was going really, really quickly and he was catching up to all of the fights and had some great pace to also make a couple of overtakes where he could. So he's shown that he has great talent, he's shown that he has great pace, but now can he deliver it in qualifying? It's all about who can produce the tidiest lap from this point onwards out of all of these drivers here that are taking to the circuit right now. You go through the chicane, foot to the floor, power down, and Dubois hoping that this is the lap time that he's been looking for. He's reaching some traffic once again.
lean down in the straight.
It's not going to be ideal, but now he tries to get his foot down. He tries to keep it pinned to the floor as he makes his way over the line. Judah Dubois, though she got hard there, was definitely prepared to risk it, but he'll now make his way through with, of course, the checkered flag already out in terms of this practice and qualifying combined. But we are now into the last lap of qualifying. Dubois hoping for a clean way through, hoping that he doesn't get too close to that cart ahead, because he's had traffic and lots of it across practice and especially this qualifying that has hindered him so much. But is this going to be the lap? It's the final lap. He has to give it his all. There's the checkered flag for Judah Dubois, and it's P14. This was a driver who was on pole position 2 rounds ago and a very messy qualifying. Luck did not go his way, and P14 is where he'll start for this race.
Oh no, is he in the qualifying? Shit, I don't think I did good. Don't think I did good at all. I don't even want to know the standings. I really don't. Oh, I did shit, didn't I? Ah, shit. Cut so.
Balance back in the top, feet insert back in the top. Thank you.
My shoe. Fuck.
Judah Dubois just trying to get himself out without getting stuck. So this P14 for Judah Dubois means that he'll start P6 in the pre-final, Group 2, and not in Group 1. Huge implications here, not being able to get a good result, and Dubois found that out across this qualifying.
Jay Tamira, Jason, Greg, Jordan, Dennis, Thomas, Jarrett, Ilya, Trevor, Shabam, Garrett, Tyler, and Tristan. That's it. Pausing a minute, or we get ready to go. Yeah, if you don't hear, put your hand up.
Huh? How's the track? I don't know.
So that is going to be Alex Eckert right alongside, and it's going to be a bit of a battle. The rivals from the time attack are going to be rivals in the race as well.
I can do. What? Hey.
How'd you do?
I don't know.
So the drivers now find themselves doing all of the park Fermi routines post-session.
How do I do? Hey, Dimitri.
Bit of a conversation now begins to form
good.
between the
How's Judah?
drivers after that. So Jude is in conversation there with Rajov.
Hawaii.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw your
yeah, I saw you commented.
yes, video. How are you today?
Cold.
Yeah, it's much colder.
Yeah.
You're here alone, or your father here?
Huh? My mother's here.
Hi. Here, honey.
And then Judah finally gets to meet
My bad.
his mum after that session. And the family
I
interaction
just
there,
need to-
very important,
no,
especially after a bit
I'll
of a
just-
challenging qualifying. They'll be there in the great days, and they'll also
just,
be there in support in the bad days as
shit,
well.
Man. Certainly didn't fail. What? Yeah, it's a turn to man.
So Dubois not happy with what he has seen, and Judah Dubois now looks to go on his phone and check where he has qualified. Of course, we know the answer, but he does not at this phase.
Well, how'd you do?
Oh no.
7th.
Oh
What
no.
happened, honey? You didn't qualify?
Okay.
What?
Okay, I can make that. Damn, that sucks.
What?
That sucks.
What happened?
What do you mean? What happened?
I don't see what you. Oh, you're in 7th.
Yeah. Alright. Well, not to say comebacks haven't been.
What's that?
Well, time for a comeback drive, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I got nothing to lose.
Well, just be careful. You look a little squirrely out there.
Yeah.
So after that absolute disaster of qualifying, I had to I qualified P14 overall, which means I would be starting P6 in Group 2. So yeah, I hope to be gunning for pole at the very least, but yeah. So after that, it was time for It was time for the pre-final. So, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, for clarification, there will be 2 formation laps. There will be 2 formation laps, one exiting the pits and one to the grid.
Right, drivers, come on, see your lights to your your carts, please. They're already lined up in order. Left side of the grid is the pole side, 13579. Okay.
Hey, he has a... That's shit.
So, Judith Dubois getting all set up and getting ready to go in a cart. But I'm not exactly sure whether that is the right cart that he's meant to be in. Don't think that's precisely right, Judah. Bit of a mistake on the one that you've gone to.
You're in the wrong cart. Who's that?
Me?
You're on this side.
Oh, I already have everything. Okay.
Well, take it off. You're in there. That's you there. That is yours.
So to explain, turns out I actually got P6. So I got P14, but I will be starting P6, but in the B final, so, and not the A final. So, and the top two finishers of this race. Shut up. So the top two finishers of this pre-final will go on to Group A, the Group A pre-final. So I need to overtake 2 cars. That's all I need to get to the A final. After that, well, hopefully I win. What people don't know is I have a secret strategy, and that strategy lies within my hands. Now you're wondering why I've been doing this a lot. That's because
Judah, he can't see! Judah! You can't see! I'm so stressed for him!
shut up, Mom. That's because I have hand warmers in them. So everyone's gonna be freezing their hands off. I'm gonna have a mental advantage. So it is more weight, but I'll be willing to take the hit. It's amazing. Nobody thought of this before. All right, let's get started. I got nothing to lose. I did not come all this way to finish second. I did not come all this way to finish second. So, I've got nothing to lose. I can't hear you!
The engine's loud, meaning to talk to family. You're having to shout at the top of your lungs.
Mom's telling me to wipe my visor, bro. She doesn't realize that we'll just clear once we get going. I did leave it open.
We are finally off and released. A reminder to you that the top 2 do not score points because they will get to progress and move on to the
I almost ran into the back of the guy.
Final.
Alright.
And the approach is very much different now. You're erratically weaving to generate the tire temperature.
Trying to get the tires warmed up, bro.
They have. That is available to them. So you're basically seeing a lot of drifting. So a lot of drifting that you wouldn't usually expect, but it's to make sure that you can warm up the tires in a major way. And very
Alright, the tires are up to temperature, I think. We're on the formation, the first formation lap. I think there's gonna be a second one.
So, we have 2 formation laps out there on the circuit, meaning that as they come over the line, they get 1 more lap.
It's the second formation lap now.
let's run you through the starting grid then for this pre-final group. P16 we have Gao, and then P15 alongside is Ho in position. And then it is Q who's P14, and then Humard will go from the 13th grid spot. Chris Brent is 12th, and then it's Alex Eckert who has possession of P11 on the grid. And then Mew is in 10th alongside Sadakara, P9 for them, and then it's Noah Frey 8th, and then Savadelli is P7. Let's see whether they can move forward on the grid. Judith Dubois P6 next to Bode, looking to try and take that number 32 cart forward and put the pressure on Ryshov, who of course secured pole position earlier. Butler is in 3rd, 2nd is Nathan Fisher, and our pole sitter on the front row is Brandon Garrett. So that is the grid for this pre-final Group B then. They're all lined up, they're all set and ready to race.
Oh yeah, we almost had a crash. We almost had a crash on the first lap. On the formation lap, I mean.
Are they all going to be able to keep it clean? So many big question marks that are about to get answered. Make our way out of the final corner. They will go 2 by 2. As Judith Dubois
my bad.
is getting told to be patient. He wants to get on with it. Because of course at this point they're starting to bump and barge. But very shortly, in a few moments time, they can go racing. And that moment is now. We are underway and racing here at Sonoma down towards the first corner. Some 2 by 2 action already between the drivers as they get very close. Where can they put their carts now out there on the circuit? Which lines can they find? Dubois having to back out of it. One of the contenders going straight off and spinning around. That is a huge disappointment. Judith Dubois gets shuffled onto the grass.
Watch where you're going.
As well for him. Sudakara was the driver who went spinning round, and Judith Dubois with contact. Dubois with major contact there as he slams into the side. Man. And that is such a shame. We've had a chaotic start. So Judith Dubois going wheel to wheel at that moment. And he has to give the
I'm not going to give up,
due to what the ruling says.
Absolutely not
now. The ruling suggests. Oh, that is contact ahead as 2 drivers go up the road, and Judith Dubois gets 3 places in a couple of meters. What a move that was, capitalizing and opportunistic stuff to get through.
After that chaotic first lap, I somehow went from P6 to P8 or P10, then back up to P4. Not sure how that exactly happened, but yeah.
He's, well, got past 4 cars if we include what he was able to do even a few meters before that moment. But as we come over the line, Garrett, then Ryshov, then it's Fisher, then it's Dubois, then it's Eckert, Frey, Savadelli, Sudakara, Brent, and Q, who is P10. Dubois able to get past multiple cars. That is one that he'll want to look back on. Absolutely extraordinary stuff. But you know, you've just got to place the car in the right position. You've got to make sure you're not the one involved in the chaos, which he was earlier on, but then he capitalized on it. He capitalized on the other drivers causing the trouble, and he was the one to push on and go on the charge. And now can Dubois try and get onto a podium position? Of course, he started this on P6. He finds himself P4, but you have to remember that he would have lost a lot of position due to what happened on the opening tour and some of the chaos that took place. Sudakara also looking to try and recover after he went spinning round. So Sudakara of course went spinning round. Ryshov, the driver in 2nd place, has got the fastest lap of the race, and Ryshov has got the lead. Ryshov takes the lead away from Garrett, who loses P1 and drops down to P2. Can Judith Dubois then be a factor? Can he play a part in this race? That is the main question that we are going to ask. What is he going to be able to do? But remember, Dubois has Eckert directly in behind. The two rivals
gap to P5 and I'm
are together
almost
on the
certainly
timing
touching
board.
P2. P3, sorry.
You know, rivals, when they're up against each other, they all get a bit of an extra push. Dubois wouldn't want to lose out. Eckert absolutely wants to try and take the place.
Walking on this is abysmal. I'm not sure if that was good. I don't think it was.
Those drivers who are constantly always doing the right things, are always the cautious ones, and they'll be the ones who gain at the end. Judith Dubois spinning round. Bit of a mini spin, bit of a half spin. He looks in the mirrors. He looks to the left to see where Eckert is in comparison, but he had a bit of an advantage, and Judith Dubois goes round and continues on.
Get back up again and catch me free.
They make their way through.
Yeah, we have a decent gap behind us.
Judith Dubois with a big spin. In terms of the context of this race, because he was trying, of course, to close in further up ahead. Which, you know, when the drivers are so close, any form of movement like that is costly.
Oh, I don't think I hit.
So, Eckert was able to take his maiden win. Came into the time
Don't do
attack
anything stupid, Judah.
at Hawaii. Now finding himself running in P5. Judith Dubois that day was P2 after he had a bit of a blowed engine. It's called reverse today. They're not P1 and P2, but they are together, and it's Dubois who is ahead. So continue pushing through, and you can see one of the cones has been knocked over, so whoever that was, whichever driver it was, can expect a penalty that we described earlier on of the one place. Of course, penalties will be applied across the season. And they will be monitored across the season, of course. 15 place deductions, you get -5 championship points, 25 you get -10 championship points, and at 35 you get -20 championship points. You've got to be really, really careful. Also in the pre-final, it is worth saying that they are contending and fighting for 150 points. That's heading the way of Vaishov at the moment. Garrett is on his way to 145. Fisher is on his way to 142. On his way to 140 is Judith Dubois. And P5 is Eckert, meaning that his rival scored 2 points less with 138. Sabadelli has been able to take that position though, so as I complete that sentence, it is a little bit changed, and Eckert is no longer the one who is behind Judith Dubois, meaning that the points that Eckert will be getting drop down now to 136.
I have a decent gap behind me.
So with only like a handful of laps to go, I overtook P4 and my next goal was to chase down was to chase down British driver Nathan Fisher for her P3 and pole position for the final. So yeah, with that, the hunt began.
I need to cross up front or something else.
So
I
Jules
can
Dubois,
catch up.
unfortunately not able to fight for the championship after the last race that happened. Fisher has spun. Fisher with a spin up ahead. So Fisher with a moment, and that is going to cost him big time. That is going to cost him massively at that moment as they make their way through and over the line.
I fucking called it.
And now Dubois will go hunting. He will go chasing. But as I was trying to say, Jules Dubois no longer in the fight for the championship.
But don't get cocky.
After he was mathematically eliminated.
I'm straight behind you.
Another reasonings costing him the chance.
I'm coming for you, dude.
So they make their way through, and now Jules Dubois has to get on with it to try and get a podium position. And he's hunting the British driver directly in front of him. They make their way through the chicane, very tight and twisty chicane, of course. Now needs to give it his all in the final laps, in the remaining laps of this.
I'm probably giving the FIA and then here's them with my track limits. Damn, that understeer. That did not feel good.
As I mentioned, one of the colder days that we are seeing. And when you've not done it before, that comes a huge physical element to the driver. So we make our way then up towards the line, and lap number 10 begins. Can Dubois do this? He's got to push on, and he's got to try his absolute best to take this position.
Final sector there.
Let's see whether P3 is up for grabs for Dubois though.
My engine feels weird. Probably just me. This guy, he's braking too late. That's his weakness. On the brakes, he's constantly overstepping limits. That's why he's locking up.
Hoping that he can do enough. Fisher, though, trying his absolute best to hang on, and this is going to be high pressure now on him. With the podium spot that he currently has, but will it remain all the way until the end of the race?
Damn, off low speed.
This is now fantastic because you've got the two kart drivers just left on their own to give it their all across 3 more laps of the Sonoma Raceway karting centre. Whoever gets
that was a great turn one.
P3 in this is going to be on pole position, by the way, a reminder to you for the final. So this is not only a spot for the podium, this is a battle for who will be on pole for the final race of the season. This is...
Yeah, I'm definitely catching him.
Now crunch time. Who is going to be leading us away?
Even if I stay away, and even if I stay where I am right now, I'll start P2 for the final. This is the battle for the final pole position. Coming for you, dude.
We come over the line, the penultimate lap of the race now begins.
The games I'm getting him are the hairpins and turn 1 and tic-tac-toe.
It's all over to Judah Dubois.
I'm getting
Left on his own.
down.
Fisher left on his own. 2 brilliant races. One from Hawaii, one carrying the British nationality, and both trying to make their name.
He walked his legs.
And now it's time for them to put it all on the line. Remember, your top 2, we can't forget about those, and all of the other drivers, they've all done so well. These are not easy conditions.
Shit, this is the last lap. Come on. I'm coming for you, dude. I'm sure as hell gonna make you on this podium!
So Rajov and Garrett are pushing on hard. Fisher is making his way through in 3rd, but Judah Dubois needs to push on. The gap is 0.7 of a second. Dubois has to give it his all. This cannot be an average lap. This has to be one of the best laps. It has to be a qualifying lap. I mean, his qualifying laps weren't ideal due to the luck not going his way and the traffic issues that he had. But this time around for Judah, this has to be the qualifying lap. This has to be a qualifying lap for him to try and take this. Because he's not been as close. He's lost it! The bump that we were mentioning means that Judah Dubois spins. And that is a dramatic moment for the man who was trying to take pole position for race number 3. The driver who has taken the win is Rajov at the front of the field. He's won after 13 laps to guarantee.
Okay, I gotta calm down. I can't be too mad about that. Means I start P3. P3 for the final. I lost 1 position. That could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse. Why am I mad?
But P10, by the time the checkered flag comes.
Being a rookie in like my 4th race, I cracked under the pressure on the final lap of the race, spinning round, and yeah, not my proudest moment right there. But on the bright side, I would start P3, meaning I'll be on the inside line, heading into turn 1 for the final. Which means I wouldn't be pushed off. I wouldn't be as likely to get pushed off, and I would also be in a stronger position than I would have been if I stayed P4 and started P2 for the final. In hindsight, I should have definitely waited on past tic-tac-toe and into the final corner, where I could overtake them then. What caused my spin out was the bumps in the road heading into the tic-tac-toe.
That is heartbreaking for Dubois. On the bumps, having to push hard, having to give it his all. But that's the moment where the race fades away for him, and he will be absolutely fuming with that. If you thought he was mad after qualifying, he's going to be absolutely distraught with that. Not only because he wasn't able to get that podium and get that pole, but because he lost another position due to it as well. A big shame. Dubois now will start 3rd position for the final.
Someone hit a curb.
And he'll be
Someone hit
on
a curb.
the inside
This could be a
line.
penalty. I didn't notice that on the last lap. I still could get sprint.
Coming to the pit lane now.
I still could get. final P2 on the starting grid. My bad. Hey, hey, dude. Sorry for bumping you on the formation lap.
No, you're good.
Into Park Fermi.
Amazing. That was awesome. Came in 5th?
Yeah,
Fourth place.
I did.
It wasn't 4th.
We now see
I think it's 5th. It's 5th? Really?
the families come and meet the drivers after their race, the pre-final.
The monitor again?
And now it is game on for said final. It was Ryzhov who took the win. By the time the checkered flag came, the Russian driver able to get P1. And then it was Brandon Garrett in second and Nathan Fisher who completed the podium. We found ourselves with Savagelli P4 after the mistake from Dubois, who finished in P5, Eka in P6, and then it was Chris Brent, Saris Strode, Noah Frey, and Kiran Sudakara, who would have been disappointed with the opening lap because he would have thought that had that one gone a little bit different, had he been able to contend at the front, it could have gone very much different. Devon was 11th, and then it was Brian, Greg, Jill, Shiho, and Gianan, who was two of our drivers who did not take the lights.
And with that, it was now time for the final race of the 2025 season.
A huge congratulations to Ambroise Dularoy, who is the junior champion, as he wraps it up and seals the deal with a Grand Slam. A brilliant season, and you need to be consistent in order to wrap up the crown in the way that he's done, and a Grand Slam is just a cherry on top of what has been a great effort by him. Oh yeah!
Bonjour. I don't know French, but great work.
Thank you.
Good job, Ambrose. Nice job. Grand Slam. You deserve it. Grand Slam. No, it's okay. That's okay.
Hold on. Is that your YouTube on the?
Yes, it is YouTube channel.
Okay, I'll subscribe. I have a YouTube too.
Yeah.
It's just my name.
Dularoy putting himself in brilliant position as the junior champion of Formula KFX. Could he be the one who progresses on to the ranks of Formula 4 in a few years? Who knows? It all comes quickly at the drivers.
Congratulations, and we'll meet you at the podium. I'd really love everybody to stay today if they can for the podium celebrations. I want to make sure everybody knows that every driver that has competed in this series is eligible for the international final in Belgium. If you want to go on your own ticket, as it were, you are eligible to go. But the top 3 drivers in the championship will receive their race entry. The championship prize is going to win the trip itself. So let's talk about it all up.
Oh man, gold.
Yes, I will. Yeah.
Hey.
Yes, really.
Thank you. Awesome.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right, you got a question for me?
Yeah. So I think I finished P4.
We haven't been out yet.
Yeah, I know.
You're on the B final, so you're going to go off 3rd.
The pictures are taken.
Okay.
Celebrations take place.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you're off 3rd.
These pictures are ones that, by the time these drivers do become professional one day, that they will look back at this is where the journey really begins. And really the drivers begin to make a name for themselves as well.
Nathan on the pole, please. James Already second. Judy Dubois third.
Alright, time for the B final. Time for the final. Good luck.
They got their helmets on. You can't talk no sense to them.
Yeah, you can't. You can't talk no sense to us.
You got your helmets on.
Yeah, exactly.
Take your helmet off and then we can talk to a lot.
Alright, that microphone is not going anywhere.
1 minute more. 1 minute now. Let's go.
You can go right now. So like when you guys are coming up here, Alright, you guys all ready?
Yep.
Alright, we got 1 minute.
Alright, we're good.
Alright, Grand Marshal.
Senior driver, stop your engine!
Alright, my plan is just to follow green left through.
We are underway for the formation lap. And we are all set and ready to go.
I need to just follow green left through to overtake. I just need to follow the pole setup through just to win. Well, not to win, but to advance to the A final. The goal for this, is to finish in the top 2. Because this could be, because the top 2 advance on to the A final. Finish outside that, well, you're done. So.
So we're going to see how it is all going to play out. Remember, you get 2 formation laps, so we go round once again.
Just trying to desperately to warm up my tires in this 8-degree weather.
Get set and ready to race. Of course, this is the final. Drivers begin going 2 by 2 in formation as they will make their way towards the line. Eckert alongside, waiting for his chance. The Fisher and Sabadelli are about to go attacking down towards the first corner. Is the second row going to be able to attack, or the third row be able to attack? The race begin very, very shortly. We've had the pre-final, a final chance now for more drivers to progress. The top 2 will progress into the Group A stage, and they need it. And we are getting all set and ready. We will bring it out of the final corner. It's going to be Fisher, the British driver, who will be starting on pole position.
So it's a bit winding.
Sabadelli will be directly alongside. Are we going to see everyone keep it clean? They're coming to the green flags for the final
So
for
I'm
Group
pushing you a
B.
bit here.
And it is race on! We're underway and racing in a few moments' time, but I don't think there's going to be too many drivers happy with that because you are driving to a lot of places. So, moving up to second position is Judith Dubois. So Dubois is in second place, but you have Eckert momentarily go ahead.
So, at the conclusion of the first corner, I was running P2. All I needed to do to advance onto the A final was stay there. And with some luck, I could maybe even challenge for the race win. However, motorsports is never that simple.
And you also had Sabadelli, who was up against. You had Eckert, who was up against. Oh, contact! Contact there. Judith Dubois gets hit momentarily, and Eckert slams into the side of his rival there. Big contact between Eckert and Judith Dubois, and the rivals come together, and Judah will be fuming with that.
Alex Eckert, my arch rival for the past couple seasons, rams me. And oh yeah, to clarify, it wasn't actually this fault. It wasn't actually his fault. He got rammed from behind, which caused him to ram into me unintentionally. So don't give him flack for it. Yeah.
Sorry for this.
He will not be happy one bit. And the rivalry has got to boiling point. We're getting very close to all contact. Outrageous stuff here to start this race. Oh, a spin!
Yes!
A spin! Up ahead!
More contact, I can get back into
goes
position.
round. We make our way through the chicane, and Judith Dubois trying to take a position. But a few spins and a few drivers having issues and moments on this race start. The rivalries always to eventually reach a boiling point, and there it is. Fisher, then Bowe, then Eckert, then Salvadelli, who finds himself dropping down on the front row to fourth. Dubois trying to get past Brent on the outside, no way through. Meanwhile, Sabadelli is looking for a move down the inside of Eckert. Wheel to wheel we go, and Eckert is ushered out wide there. And now we're going to see an opportunity coming for Brent. Brent trying to also make the move at the same time. And Judith Dubois is going to send it late on the brakes. And Judith Dubois makes a bit of contact as he flicks one down the inside. And you can see he is absolutely fuming with the way that he is driving.
Yep, that was not very good for me.
He is absolutely furious out there. It is bumper racing out there as they push each other off and ride and try and gain some positions. You can definitely tell it's the final. They know what's on the line, they know what's at stake, and they know they've got to deliver. Dubois is off, he's been forced off the road.
Shit, I think I'm lost.
Corner after corner, Judith Dubois is losing out positions on position. It's P9.
I just keep getting bugged, corner after corner.
It's been an absolute disaster for the driver who started in third, and he's nearly making contact there with Hubbard and Sudakara, the two drivers who've just got ahead. And now Dubois sends one down the inside and takes the place. So he is able to get it, but the cutback, the switchback is so powerful, and there's nothing Dubois can do. But now he sees the two drivers ahead battle, and he tries to capitalize. And that is really, really tight stuff between them, but no position has been gained, and instead he's at risk of losing it. He's at risk of losing it. You can see Butler is trying to get involved as well. And he's getting towards last position now. He's getting towards the back. Butler is trying to capitalize and make a move of his own.
Oh, my ass!
30, and it's proven to be a difficult one so
They're
far.
not
After that collision on the first lap, I kept getting mugged I kept getting mugged, corner after corner. I was pretty much just sinking and sinking like a rock in water. So from this point onwards, I was driving angry.
A few of our contenders, including Dubois, who has dropped down and down and down, and this is a huge dent to Dubois' chances of moving through
don't be dick!
a final that he would have wanted. That's such a shame. Now we can see Dubois able to battle and able to go down the inside there of Hubbard, and Dubois makes a tidy pass to take P9. Because this has been a disaster. This has been a complete disaster for Julian Dubois. It's not what he wanted at all. By his standards, he always wants to be and has the pace to be competing at the front.
Oh, here's a goal, that's a penalty! By the rules, that is a penalty! Yeah, he's in frustration, yeah. I don't even know what position I am, but I just need to know that all I know is that I need to get past these guys then quick. Shit!
It's been a disastrous round for Judah. The complete opposite as to what 2 rounds ago was like, which I know the race did also have its fair share of drama, but the qualifying was such a big high that you can't get a bigger high than that other than winning a race or possibly the championship. But this is just not going Judah's way at all. It seems like he's getting very close and very much within reaching a big milestone. Eckert, by the way, is 3rd position. Eckert is 3rd. It's Fisher, then Savadelli, who recovered back to 2nd. Eckert is 3rd, and then it's Bode, Brent.
Aha!
And meanwhile, there we go with Dubois, who is going to get an extra position as we see a car to go deep and wide. A few moments to go. I can confirm to you, I'm just being told that the collision between the rivals, Eckert and Dubois, is under investigation.
Yes! You're going off!
Investigation that is taking place now between them. This is going to mean that there possibly could be a bit of trouble incoming for Eckert very, very soon. The Steelers do deem him at fault. We'll see what they have to say about it. Judah will absolutely believe that. There are also going to be other drivers who will be looked at as well, by the way, by the stewards. There were plenty of drivers involved in the opening lap shenanigans. Not only in that specific incident, but a few meters on. You've had quite a few collisions and incidents on that opening lap, so there will be multiple drivers who I can assure you will be looked at. Now trying to push on. He's got Brent directly in front of him. Can he try and make the move on Brent? So Nakara got past Brent last lap. And now it is over to Dubois to try and make the move. Better traction. You can see he's putting the car in different places, and now fancies the chance on Brent. Goes down the inside, and Judah Dubois makes a nice and tidy move. Will Brent be there to meet him on the apex? I don't think so. And Dubois has taken the place, and now he will set his eyes to try and get past Sudakara. So Dubois is going to be going for it on Sudakara, who's also behind Frey. And there you can see Sudakara looking at his mirrors, no longer Brent there. Brent is behind, but the car in the middle is Dubois now. So the car in the middle is Dubois, and you can see Dubois is getting interested in possibly going for a move. If Sudakara didn't see him then, well, he certainly does now, because Dubois is pushing him through these complexes of corners. The line into turn number 1.
Oi!
Dubois got hit. Dubois got hit that time from behind, which is why he went slightly wide. That is not what you want in this type of race where he was pushing and trying to make a move up ahead of Sudakara. Instead he gets pushed out wide and it's cost him time. Not ideal, I'll tell you that much for free. Julian Dubois, and it's going to be hard now to try and recover, but if there is anyone who can recover it, it's Dubois. He's proven it so many times. Even after the disappointment of finding out where he was in qualifying, he did mention that he can recover, that he can, well, have a go at anything and try and do his best, and that is certainly what he's trying to do. This is only Dubois' fourth ever race, so it's quite good considering everything that you think about in terms of context. And meanwhile, Frey and Sudakara are absolutely going into combat ahead. A great battle that is beginning to form between Frey and Sudakara out there on the circuit, and if they go at it more,
what chances of getting into F1 are on the line? Man, I've got to get past these people. Like now.
Dubois will fancy his chances. He will try and give it his all. Flick the car through.
Almost lost it.
The corners. Technical corners here. Frey looking to try and just park the bus, basically. Park the bus through these tight and technical corners where it's giving the chances to the car and Dubois to get close, but if you make it so there's no open door, then you can try and do a good job of maintaining position. And Saradelli, who are on their way to progress themselves onto Group A, but still things can very much change. Still things can very much differ. So who knows how this is going to all fan out by the time the checkered flag comes. You can see ahead now, a battle between Sudakara and Frey is very much on, and I think there Sudakara goes over the cone, and you know what that means, it's going to be a penalty.
I always pretty good with the cone, so I'm good.
He would have got very much a bit of motivation to just push on harder because he's behind as well and he's so close to an overtake. To wait in behind, Sudakara with a mistake, chasing down Frey, loses the car, spins round, forget about any one place penalty or anything that could come his way due to the cone hitting because he's just had a bigger moment, a spin off the road from P6. Dubois now has just got that one target ahead now, he's got Frey ahead to try and pass. Can he try do it? Can he try and make the move? Can he try and make it count? Make their way through. Dubois is definitely trying to get on with this. Lap number 11 out of 13 of the contest. Out wide slightly. Goes the driver of Frey, but Dubois cannot do anything. Penultimate tour of the race now, and now Dubois needs to give it his all. He needs to try and set this one up. Looking for the open door. Does Dubois have it? Up the inside, trying to move up into P5, and he's got past Frey. Dubois
down, come on, speed up.
Makes the move and takes the position. Absolutely brilliant, but Frey comes charging back down the inside. Frey comes fighting back as he tries to retake this. He's not going to give this one up without a fight, but he may have no choice because Dubois is hitting the apexes ahead and there is no more cart alongside for Dubois. Frey is in behind and Frey needs to try and fight back, and can Dubois now go on the attack off Bode ahead? So this is lap traffic. This is lap traffic that he's trying to pass, and he does pass the lap traffic. So Bode is much more further up the road,
Alright, we're fine.
I don't think he'll be able to.
I don't know what position we're on, but we're sure as hell better than us. Better than.
Gap we have ahead.
I don't know.
But we have a bit of traffic that was momentarily in the way. Gap is 10 seconds between Bode and Dubois, and we are just being told Alex Eckert, due to the contact that he had earlier on, has been given a 10-second penalty and 2 finishing place penalties for causing the lap 1 collision. The driver, who is in P3, has been given the penalty.
And he crashes up ahead. Because opening the lap garage, that's pretty much putting out of a contention for the win.
And now that will mean that he will finish behind Dubois. The checkered flag is out. Fisher has won the race. Savagelli's second. Eckert would have been third. Bode will now take that, and Dubois will finish ahead.
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
Dubois will take P4 in the order.
Fuck, man.
And that is going to be him finishing ahead of his rival that he had contact with, and that will feel special.
GG's, man, GG's. I can't put my phone up, but
the drivers will finally get to tone it down and relax just that little bit. After the hard work has been done in the Group B final.
oh, I got P6. Oh, not too bad. I thought I was down in like P10 after that crash. Oh, but hey, that's racing.
Dubois will be fuming because he won't know where he's finished at this moment in time. But all he knows is, the one thing he does know is, he's definitely not in the Group A final, which he would have wanted, which after what happened earlier, he would have set his goal towards, and it's not happened. It's not happened, and he knows that already.
Have fun?
Yeah. Despite that turn 1.
How's your hands?
Gone.
Numb?
Yeah. I can't get up. I don't think I can. That was some BS on the first lap, man.
It happens. Yep.
That was some BS on the first lap, man.
I know, baby. You did great, though. You were all the way down to 11th, and you made it up to 5th. Good job.
That was 5th.
5th, yes.
It's disappointment, it's dejection for Judah Dubois. The chance has gone, and his championship is over, and he will not get to take part in the Group A final. However, his friend Giovanni will get to go on and fight for the crown, and Judah will be watching with the rest of us.
After the checkered flag, I was gutted. Just gutted and absolutely speechless. And I was also absolutely livid. partly to whoever rammed Alex into me, and at myself, because I was thinking, God damn it, how did I let that happen?
No words.
I thought I could have done better. I could have recovered better. Had I positioned my car differently into turn 2, I would have maybe had a chance at least a podium, if not the win. So deep down, I knew I was robbed of not just the potential win, but a final chance. But then again, I also knew that I can't keep focusing on the ifs, because in the end, the ifs don't matter. They don't matter in any way. What matters is what happened.
Hey. P5. What'd you get?
3. I made a mistake on like the last turn, and then 4 was catching up to me. I was like, oh shit, I gotta lock in now.
Yeah.
Because I
That was some.
lost the position.
Yeah. I would have beaten you if it wasn't for that turn 1. I got punted.
Probably not. Yeah. I don't know. I got railed from behind, and then I pushed you and that other guy out of the way. The guy behind me pushed me and you. I was like, what the fuck is this guy be doing?
Yeah.
So contact between the two rivals, which, you know, they all talk, of course.
I had a great chance at the win today. I really did.
The end of races, they're all still friends off the racetrack. At this moment, I don't think Eckert knows that he's not P3. He still thinks that he is P3. Realization hasn't hit, but he is trying to suggest that he got rammed into the part of Judah. So he's trying to say that he was hit into the part of Judah.
Yeah, that's all right.
And that's the conversation that goes on between the pair of them. Here's the final results then from Group B. Nathan Fisher and James Saradelli, we will see you in the Group A final due to them finishing 1 and 2 in the final classification for Group B. Bode in 3rd, and then Judah Dubois, Alex Eckert, Noah Frey, Darren Wu, and then Chris Brent, Brian Q, and Kiran Sudakara complete your top 10. Sudakara 10th in both races. Pre-final and the final as well, as he rounds out your top 10. And it's Butler, Hubbard, those two find themselves dropping down near the end. And then Home and Gower, who did not take the lumps.
So naturally, I kind of just had to get over it and pick myself back up and suck it up, because my mate Giovanni was on the verge of becoming Formula KFX champion in the final. So I knew I had to pick myself back up to root for him. So that's what I did.
Yeah. They're just watching it. They're like listening, like, oh, I'm breaking there, so how hard you're breaking. Yeah.
5 minutes left in the race. Come on, Giovanni. Come on, Giovanni, you're so close. You are so close. Four minutes and 45 seconds to go.
It is a very highly intense championship fight this. As it stands, Perez D'Amico will become world champion here in the Group A finale. But now it is over to Giovanni to try and deny him the crown.
Come on! Come on, Giovanni, hold him off! Please!
top three are in a major battle here.
Come on, Giovanni!
Giovanni
Come on!
getting the encouragement by Judah Dubois, who is cheering his friend on.
3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the race.
Everyone watching on, all of the drivers who unfortunately didn't make Group A, watching on, and Giovanni trying to give it his all.
Come on!
But as it stands, Perez is on his way to win it all, to take the crown.
I need you to win because my final was nothing short but depressing.
Dubois will be hoping for just something positive.
Let some good come out of this day,
please. After his day did not go the right way. And did not go the way that he would have wanted.
Come on, Giovanni.
And Dubois becoming animated.
Go!
Cheering his friend down the line. Who's in the blue, black and suit. 2 laps to go.
Oh, he's got to run. He's getting tracked around the outside.
It's
he owned him off.
Game on. It's all to play for.
2 minutes and 21 seconds left in the race.
Giovanni.
Come on, Giovanni.
He's on his way.
Come on.
To win.
Please. Come on, Giovanni. Do it.
As we make our way
Do it. Yes, the guys behind are battling. Yes.
Is Giovanni going to be able to hang on?
1 minute and 50 seconds left on the clock. It's around 2 laps to go.
He's currently in position to. The champion of this will have a trip to Belgium all paid to compete in the Rotax Racing Club International Finals. It's so much on the line, this. It's a fine line. Being a champion or not being a champion because it's so close, but the reward for the champion is so high, and the runner-up, well, it's just
1 minute and 22 seconds left in the race.
So close, but yet so far.
My camera's at 4%, but I don't care. I don't care.
Watching on, families, friends, relatives.
1 minute left in the race, 60 seconds.
As us, of these drivers trying to chase their dream. And one driver's dream is about to be made.
Come on.
No, hey!
We make our way through. And we head on to now the final lap of the race. It's a four-way battle for the win over the line. This
go for it.
Absolutely
go
incredible.
For it.
It's all come down to this one final lap. Giovanni needs to try and hang on to be called world champion.
Come on, go for it, Giovanni. It's the last lap of championship. From last lap of the championship. Come on.
As I mentioned, we've got the battle going on for the win as well. Everyone to the side. Nervy watching on. The driver behind the wheel. Nervy as well.
Oh, he's side by side.
As they make their way down towards the end
he holds
of
them
this
off.
lap. Down towards the end of this season. 2025 is about to come to a close. But who is going to win? Who is going to be called world champion?
Oh, they're side by side again. Come on, Giovanni, defend.
Giovanni
defend.
just needs
Even
to
though
try
I think
and
you get second, you still win the championship. Defend.
Absolutely. Tense moments now.
Oh my God,
is
this
he
is
going to be able to do it? As we make our way towards the end of the lap. The checkered flag is out.
Paris Mexico, you are U.S. national champion. Let's go.
Giovanni wins the race by 90 thousandths of a second.
Oh my
He's
God.
won the championship and he becomes
Giovanni
the USA
Perez
champion
D'Amico.
of the Rotax Racing Club.
Giovanni
He's
Perez
the national
D'Amico,
champion
Formula
in
K, Formula
2025.
KFX,
He's won a
USA
drag race to the
national
line
champion.
to become
Well
the
done.
national champion.
Well
This
done.
season belongs to him. He was given a task to try his best to defend. He did defend, and his reward is champion of the world. And he was given the task to defend. He put in the defense. His reward is the biggest trophy of the season. Dubois has something to cheer about on what has been a negative day for him. But his good friend getting the crown is definitely going to put some smiles on the faces.
I'm just waiting for
A
him to
national
come
champion,
into
of
pit
course,
lane
at
now.
this level,
Should be anytime soon,
but
really.
he will be feeling like he has just won the world over, like he has just won the world championship.
Yep, he's coming in right now.
Because that was so tense, that was so close, and that was absolutely brilliant. The drivers are about to make their way into pit lane.
Giovanni Perez D'Amico, you are Formula KFX US National Champion. Let's go.
Judah will get to meet his friend who has become the national champion.
Hey, you did it. You did it.
Dude, let's go.
I recorded the last lap, so you can use it in your video.
And with that, Giovanni Perez D'Amico was Formula KFX national champion. So the silver lining of that particular weekend was my mates winning the championships, and him getting the free ticket. Getting the free ticket to the international finals in Belgium. And yeah. While I was happy for him, I was also gutted that I couldn't give him a run for his money in the A final. I was gutted that I couldn't be racing alongside him in that particular final.
Our first place today, and he's our 2025 Junior Superlight Champion, is Ambroise Drillois. Come on, Ambroise. There we go. Right, this is our 2025 Junior Trophy. So, congratulations, Ambroise. And I've got to have a few words. And our 2025 champion, Giovanni Perez D'Amico. Well done. All right, thank you. Congratulations, guys. Second is our J.F. King. This is Modelo sponsorship King. This is Jarrett here. Buddy, thank you so much. All right, your podium for the senior heavyweights.
Please, it's unheard of to find a series that has as even cars as you guys have been driving those last 4 rounds. You don't fight it.
So yeah, that was the conclusion of my 2025 racing season. Sorry this took so long to get out. I was waiting. It took a while to compile all the footage together, and I'm quite scared what horrors this will do to my hard drive. But yeah. So yeah, that was the story of a multi-season long rivalry reaching its boiling point. Me narrowly missing out on a maiden victory twice, and one of my mates winning a championship. Yeah, these 2 weekends were particularly shocking, I guess. I don't know the words. Yeah. Oh yeah, quick note. You remember Colton Mullen? Turns out I outscored him in the final overall standings. Granted, I did 2 rounds and he only did 1. So, is it worth many? Is it worth much? No. However, I did think it was worth mentioning. So yeah, that was Chasing the F1 Dream Season 1. I think, so yeah, it was an incredible journey, I suppose, or whatever cliche words they say at this point, but yeah. I think the season 2, season 2 will come out in like March or something. I don't know. The first episode of season 2 is gonna come out in like March or something. I don't know. Probably March. Probably March, since considering I want to film some episodes and build and release all what I have all at once. So yeah. I don't really know what else to say that isn't cliche at this point, so yeah. That was Chasing the F1 Dreams Season 1, and I'll see you again I'll see you all next time, I suppose, or whatever. A hooey ho. Also, a quick side note, the Formula KFX round wasn't actually broadcasted either. One of my commentator friends was actually looking to commentate on some stuff, and so I suggested that he can commentate on the race footage, what I have of the race footage, and yeah, it is worth noting that he did it with minimal input from myself. I just told him everything I know about each driver, everything I know about the championship thus far, and I also told him to keep it unbiased as possible, to not screw up both of our reputations. So yeah, big thank you to commentator Omi for doing the commentary on the Formula KFX round. Who knows, maybe they can offer him a job, we'll see. Anyway, that was Chasing the F1 Dream, see you next time. Or something, I don't know.